What's going on, everybody? How are we doing this evening? Oh my gosh, holy fuck. Good evening, everybody. Happy Monday. First workout in of the year. Battling sickness. I'm pretty sure I had COVID there for 3 weeks. I was just getting better at the end of January, right on New Year's Eve. Probably I was feeling pretty good, so I figured what the heck, go get one last workout of the year. Let me tell you, my body was shaking. Oh my gosh, that was like probably the third, second or third week of not working out because I wasn't feeling good. So I don't condone working out when you're sick. Some people are arrogant about that. Okay, first of all, if you're not feeling good and you're one of them people that can't miss a workout, do everybody a favor. Stay the fuck home. All right? Listen to your body. I can't stress that enough. Listen to your body. If you don't feel good, if you're not 100%, and plus you risk getting everybody else sick, don't go to the fucking gym. It's plain and simple. And it's the same thing with doing exercises. If it doesn't feel right and it hurts, don't do the exercise. Because if you persist on being stubborn, you're subject to injury, and it's going to set you back months and possibly a year or more, even worse. So I've been there, I've done that, I've made the mistake. Listen to me. Listen to your body. So today is the first official day. Back in the gym, and I got some fluff. We got some holiday fluff going on. I'm a little puffy in the midsection in the chest, but you know what? It happens. Okay, I know how to get rid of it. I know how to fix it. I just have to go back to what I was doing, get back on track with my plan, get back on track with my training program as well, and I'll be fine. About 2 or 3 weeks, my body will snap right back because muscle memory. Okay? So it goes to show, even me of all people, I'm a fitness coach, but I'm also human. All right? Yeah, I'm conscious of what I'm doing, what I'm putting in my body every day to day things. I'm always conscious of what I'm doing. But even myself have setbacks. I have setbacks. I run into roadblocks, but I get over them. I make it past them and I keep moving forward. I don't stay stuck at that block. Okay? Remember this. When life happens to you, it's how you respond. How you respond to the situations in life is what is going to determine the outcome. All right? When these bad things happen to you, they happen. There's nothing you can do about it. All right? It already happened. But it's how you respond to the situation is what's going to determine the future. If something bad happens and then you get caught up in your feelings and you get depressed and moping around, hey, you know what? That's your choice. You're making that choice. You're choosing to walk around with your head down, feeling like there's no way things are going to get better. And besides thinking like that negatively, thinking like that every day, things will never get better. Okay? Because your mind is powerful. Your thoughts are powerful. Your words are powerful. Negative talking to yourself and negative thinking to yourself, you're going to produce a negative life. Plain and simple. So while you're around people that are negative, if you're around them all the time, you can see for yourself the quality of their life is horrible. So you have to take control of your mind and believe that things will get better. That is the only way they will get better. Trust me. I promise you. It works every single time. Okay? So, but if you have friends that you hang around with that are negative all the time and they just aren't good good influences to you and they enable you to do things, I hate to tell you this, they're not friends. They're not helping you improve. They're not improving the quality of your life. So you hang around them, you become them as well. Choose wisely who you allow in your circle. Anyways, that's what I'm dealing with. I'm also, I've been laid off for a month, and business is slow, but I'm trying. I'm doing my best. I got bills piling up on me right now. I got child support due. My ex-wife's cool, so she's not biting my head off or anything like that. Like I know deep down in my heart something's gonna come up, something's gonna happen. As long as I keep staying positive and stay focused and keep putting my right foot forward. Okay. But it goes to show when I have all these things crumbling down on me, all these things suffocating me, I still choose to do the right thing for myself and keep myself on the right path. And what helps me stay on the right path is going to the gym. That keeps my mind strong. If I do not go to the gym, my mind deteriorates. That's why I go to the gym. Everybody has a reason. Some people want to go to get in shape. Some people want to go to look good for vanity. Some people want to go because a lot of women go. I don't know. Everybody has their own reason. My reason is for my own sanity. I have to go. I don't feel like a slave at all. It is my passion. I love going. Don't get me wrong, but I have to go because it keeps my mind where it needs to be. If I do not go, I fall off the path. I start making bad choices and I'm more susceptible to drinking. So that is my why. That is like one of my main whys of why I work out and I go and so on. So if you're going to the gym and you don't have a really strong purpose, then you're just going to float around. You're not going to take it very seriously. So my advice to you is find a really good reason why you need to go to the gym. Find a really good reason. Okay? And you find out that reason, you stick with it, and you remind yourself that reason. You remember your why. Because your why is your drive. That is your power. That is your force. So as long as you remember your why, then you'll stay on your mission. But it's kind of funny, like I reflect in this moment right now. This isn't the lowest point in my life. I've had a much lower point. April 20th, 420, 2016, I had a DUI, okay? And on top of all that, I had a loaded gun under my seat. My dumbass forgot that I had a gun under my seat, and my dumbass was drunk driving. So I pass out in my car because I went into a ditch, and I tried everything I could to get my car out, and it just wasn't working. And even the guy that I worked with drove by. It was like 4 a.m. Even somebody that I worked with drove by and was like, "What's going on? I can't help you, man. I can't help you." He had to go to work, so I was fucked. So I get back in the car, and I end up passing out in the driver's seat. I wake up to a flashlight in my face. I'm like, oh, shit. Now, before this happened, before I fell asleep, I unloaded my gun. Because I remember I had it, and I was like, I better unload it, because that's going to look a lot better. So, I had a 1911 45, and it was a range officer. I loved that gun. That was a good gun. Springfield Armory. So, I unloaded it, took the magazine, the mag, people call it magazine, mag, whatever, and I put it on the other under the other seat. I think I can't remember, but I remember I unracked it so it was unloaded, put it back under my seat. Cops pull me out and I say, "Sir, have you been drinking tonight?" And I said, "Yep." "How much have you drank tonight?" I'm like, and my choice of drink at the time was Black Velvet. It's a Canadian whiskey, and it was like, I think it was like $4 and something a pint. So sometimes, or maybe it was a little more. I can't remember, but yeah, it was roughly somewhere like a pint. And so I would buy one of those and I would drink that whole pint to myself. Some nights, if I was feeling a little daredevilish, I would drink 2 of those pints. Had a little bit of a problem. Anyway, so I drank that pint that night and told him that. And then, so I had to take a sobriety test, which I failed. Tried something out when I was in the military. I was in the military 2007 to 11 in the Army. And a buddy of mine, brother of mine, he was in the Marine Corps, and he told me a story about his gunnery sergeant getting pulled over and did a sobriety test and passed it because he freaking did a attention, forward, march, left, right, halt, about face. Like, he called out the cadence because he was a drill instructor, and I guess he passed that. So I tried that, being a dumbass, and yeah, I still failed. So long story short, they arrested me, and mind you, I had my shirt off too, so it was cold. and so I had to have them put my shirt on for me while I was in handcuffs. But anyways, I get to the jail. They book me, and I just remember, man, like it was a really low point because I had just quit my job that I hated. I had feelings for this girl at the time, and I was heartbroken over that, and I was drinking. So it was just really fucked situation, you know. Life really happened to me hard. I was 26 years old. Okay, my mind right now is nowhere near what it was back then. Like I am, my mind is far above that now. So I remember I was in the drunk tank for the longest time, it seemed like. And it's kind of funny because they bring in your food, they bring in your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They slide it, they come bring it into you, and it's freaking sucked because the first meal I got, like I was still tanked, I was still drunk. And so I wasn't hungry yet, so I set it up on this ledge. There's a little divider between the toilet and the where you lay down on the sleeping. It's a concrete floor. You just have a blanket. That's it, just a blanket and a concrete floor, and you sleep on it. So I set it up on the divider between the toilet and the concrete bed, and I was like, I'll eat it in a little bit, and then I laid back down, and I got up and had to take a piss. And I get up and I accidentally stumble and I hit my food tray, threw my food everywhere, right on the toilet. I'm like, motherfucker. I was hungry. I was like, damn it. And so I was like, whatever. So then I go back, lay down. Like, it is what it is. And I actually asked him, hey, can I get another meal? Because I accidentally spilled it. I didn't mean to. I never got it. So I wake up to this guy coming in, this officer coming in with paperwork. He's like, oh, what happened over there? Like he was gonna like start something with me, and I said, it was an accident, man. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't do it on purpose. I tried to take a piss, and I accidentally put my hand on the tray, and it flipped over, and knocked everything. It was like, oh, it was a big mess. So moving on from that, right before I got processed out of the drunk tank, they assessed me for a second, and it was the sergeant, the turnkey. And, you know, at first he came off at me like, you know, I had tattoos like I do now. So he came off of me at first like I was like some punk. But then when he heard me talk to him and explain myself, and I was just like, man, I don't know, man, this is a really low point in my life. And I had to fill out this paperwork, and it was like employment, unemployed. I had to write that, and income. I put zero. Like when I wrote that zero and not making any money, I was like, it really hit me pretty hard, you know? And I explained to him, I was like, hey, man, I mean, I don't get in trouble. Like, this was just a one-time thing, and I just made the wrong choice, and I'm really sorry. Like, I didn't mean to do this. I mean, my feelings, I feel like I'm at a really low point in my life, and that's why I drank, and this is why I'm in this situation right now. Bless that sergeant's heart, man. He felt for me, you know, and he's like, you know, I can tell that you're a smart young man, and I can tell, I trust that you did make the wrong decision. And he was a really cool guy. He was really understanding. And he goes, so I'm not gonna put you out in general population. I'm gonna put you in the medical pod. So I was kind of like, okay. And he's like, so he put me with this diabetic. Fucking cool guy, by the way. I forgot his name, but he used to he used to work for the law. He actually used to wear a suit, and he used to be a lawyer. And now he's inside the inside jail. So, but he's in the medical pod. And oh, my light went off. I can't do this too long, but anyways, I was in the medical pod with him. He was a diabetic and really cool guy. And shit, man, he offered me commissary, took care of me. He's like, hey man, I got some of this, I got some of that. Really nice guy. At first, I didn't really eat anything. I was in there for 3 days. That's it. But at first, I didn't eat anything the first couple of days. Like they brought food in, and I was like, I didn't feel like eating, but I made myself eat. And shit, we had a TV in there. And I think at the time Prince had died, and so did China from WWE. Well, WWF, but it's WWE. And I remember that, and we played fucking Monopoly. Okay, he had board games in there, so that guy had a lot of cool stuff in there. I think he'd been in there a while. We played Monopoly together, and man, let me tell you, I can't tell you how many times I've been to jail in Monopoly. That night playing Monopoly in jail, I went to jail probably more than I ever have in my entire life playing Monopoly. It is funny, the irony, right? The fucking irony. Like the third time I went to jail on that thing, and he goes, "Hey, ain't no different than being in here." So we got rowdy. We got so excited and rowdy playing that. The guards running down the hallway, looking in the window, the big ass window that's looking into our pod. And he noticed that we were playing Monopoly, and he was like, "Oh, okay." So after that, I stayed there for 3 days, and and I ended up getting bailed out. My grandma bailed me out. God rest her soul. Yeah, like dealing with what I'm dealing with right now. Like I'm reflecting on that moment when I was at my lowest. Like right now, I don't consider myself at a low. I'm in the middle of moving into a different direction. I'm transitioning. I was laid off. My bills are piling up. I've been laid off for like a month. Business is going slow. And it's just a really tough time right now. But in my heart though, I know things are gonna work out. They always do. No matter what happens in your life, as long as you stay positive, as long as you stay moving forward, things will always work out in your favor. You just have to be unrelentless. Like you have to be. There's no choice. Because if you give life a second, just a second, to hold you down, it could hold you down for the rest of your life. Plain and simple. So I think that's part of my life that I wanted to share. I mean, I have a lot more stories like that. Not necessarily in trouble with the law, but I have a lot to share. And I look forward to this journey with you guys. And I look forward to making new friends out there that I never thought I could ever make. So I appreciate you following me. If you're following me, if not, subscribe, follow. Love to keep you as an audience. And this is Major Graham, and I'm signing out for the evening. Good night.